Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Binding of Isaac Repentance, where today I'm going to try to beat Satan with Eve, but this time the twist is that I'm actually just gonna try to do it rather than not. Yeah, that's a twist now. That counts, and we're just gonna do our best. We're gonna try to survive the basement. We're just gonna have a very regular run. Maybe we'll do boss rush, because apparently I still need to do that as this character as well somehow. And then we're just gonna call it a day, and everyone's gonna be really happy about it, because it's a weird thing to still require on a character. It just needs Satan and not the lamb or anything after that. So hopefully we can do something with that. Hierophant card from the get-go, very nice. If we get a devil deal, I might go for it as well, because there is a bedroom over there. And actually I'm just gonna take that so I can take some extra damage. If we can get rid of all of our red hearts, then we also have the ability to sleep in the bed in that bedroom and get 3 soul hearts, so that would obviously be rather nice. But yeah, let's just try and make this a quick one. We get an XL floor from the get-go, so we're gonna get a devil deal on this first basement floor and then immediately go on to the caves. And it's a character that can honestly go pretty quick if you do use that Whore of Babylon as effectively as you can. Got 2 item rooms on this floor immediately as well, so hopefully we can get something good out of that. Don't love this a whole lot. What are we gonna do here? I don't hate Forget Me Now, but I don't really want it, and I don't really love the leech on this character. But it's probably the better choice of the two, just because I'm not gonna go for repeating floors and such, because I want to get that boss rush out of the way as well. You just don't really have time for doing stuff like that. Unfortunately, it does mean we're gonna get healed up a bit, but simultaneously, I guess we can make some use out of it, because it means that we can use our Razor on the boss fight that's coming up. It does make it a little bit more tempting to try and get rid of our red heart containers, though. Just to make life a little bit less complicated. I'll take that. That's gonna combine pretty alright with what we have. Probably didn't need to do this room right here, but don't immediately hate it just because we can end up getting a few more consumables. We do have 3 keys, which is honestly not bad for a basement, for sure. 4 keys, even better, obviously. Could look for a secret room, but I feel like it could be many places, and I do need to have 2 bombs to actually enter that bedroom as well, so that's not great either. And we have a bird, we have a leech, we have a variety of animals trying to kill Gemini over here, and I feel like it's working out fairly well. Provided we can just get them all close to that area. Every time we take damage, we're going to increase our speed and tear rate a little bit, so that's also rather nice. And that's just a regular tear rate up. What a horrible night to have a curse, it says again. Was I not was I not cursed already previously? I don't know. We're not going to worry about it too much. Maybe I don't know what happened there. I'm not going to worry about it. Instead, let's just heal back up to full health. I guess with the leech I could have gone for the... okay. That makes life a lot simpler as well. I guess with the leech I could have gone for the no... keys, hearts, whatever thing, just because with the leech you have a method of healing, and honestly if you have that you can probably get away with just about everything. Anyway, we have Brimstone now, so everything is irrelevant. Because we effectively just got a build that is capable of winning the run already. We have the Whore of Babylon effect because we are at 1 red heart, and that is obviously enough with this character. And yeah, we're just gonna make a run for it, I suppose. I don't really have a reason to slow this run down anymore, other than maybe getting a little bit more health. That would obviously be kind of nice. Speed up. Glaucoma. I mean, I think that works with Brimstone now, so that's obviously pretty nice as well. And yeah, it's like being Azazel, but better in almost every way. If we can get Flight as well, then we are just Azazel at that stage, I suppose. But it is kind of nice. It's so rare to see an honest-to-God Brimstone these days, so it is a little bit exciting at least to finally get to experience that again. It was very much a staple of the old Isaac days for sure, so it's nice to get some use out of it. Okay, so apparently this boss can eat bombs. And, well, obviously this positioning doesn't help much, but It might also only be during certain attacks or something like that, like if he's trying to throw a ball. Yeah! That's amazing. I honestly lost way more health to that than I should have, but I genuinely had no idea that that boss could eat bombs and then get stunned by it as well, but apparently that's a mechanic? I didn't know. But yeah, there you go. We all learned a thing again today, and that's exciting to me. We got a decent amount of health from the end there by picking up all the hearts that were dropped by Little Dolly. There is a bone heart there that I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to get that, but it would be kind of nice for sure. And that would be a nice little health up for sure. Although, actually no, it wouldn't. Because if I fill it with red hearts, then we're no longer Whore of Babylon, and that's obviously not great. So actually, we're just going to ignore the bone heart being there. It's out of reach anyway, but yeah, that's just even more reasons to not go for that right now. Don't have a lot of bombs right now. I guess I haven't really been actively doing all the rooms and such, but still. Wouldn't mind to see a little bit more. I don't really want to spend health on any of this. I mean, Bookworm would obviously be pretty nice, but... And actually, what I could just do is take how to jump, I guess. That'll work. Jeez, okay, that was a nightmare, but we got through that in the end. For some reason, I was really struggling to actually walk up to the book, which is a weird thing to run into. But that should be Bookworm. I might just keep how to jump, honestly. I might just skip on every health up that appears from this point on, but how to jump at least nullifies any problems we have with not having flight and not being able to get stuff. So, yeah, I don't know. Might as well try and get this while we're at it. That is a black feather. I'm actually just going to go for this and hope that it doesn't end up biting me in the butt. Because I think it might. It also takes a minute to fill, and especially since... The downside especially as well is that it fills the first red heart before the bone heart, so you can't even, like, try and fill that one tactically. Well, that's not great, is it? I mean, I guess I could just use it to get into the curse room. Don't even hate that too much. There we go. That's another devil deal. It's been 3 for 3 so far, which is a pretty good deal. Kind of want to use that bone heart to leave the curse room as well, so we can just take that out. I guess I'll take that. That's at least something else. We very rarely go for Krampus's head. And the bad trip, while it did take away the bone heart, I was planning to get rid of it anyway, so honestly that could have been worse. Look at that. Krampus's head actually being used in a run with Brimstone. It's a weird run. But it is certainly one that is more than capable of beating these enemies. How is that not an evil item? How is Brimstone, of all things, not considered evil? Doesn't matter. We're occasionally going to deal poison damage now, and that's also fine, I suppose. It is just a little bit surprising at the end of the day. I wish every character had Brimstone. It would not make the game good, but I mean, it certainly would make life a lot easier. I've already cleared out some of the room. I think that might be the last 2 enemies left. Very nice. Also almost fully charged the item again. Soul Heart. Could have gone for the compass as well if I really went out to try and find more money, but my money situation just isn't that great right now. And I'm not excited by the prospect of that. Also, could have used the Brimstone head against the boss, but quite frankly, current Brimstone seems to work pretty well. The extra damage we took on this floor makes it charge pretty much instantly as well, so quite frankly, Peep does not stand a chance. That's unfortunate. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Can't take that because, again, I did get rid of the thing there. The whatchamacallit, as it is well known, well documented. The razor blade, and as such, no easy way to get rid of those red hearts anymore. So health ups are not really an option, and unfortunately, that includes health up, which give me damage, which I think is only that one, but still. I mean, there's technically like the secret room health up thing that gives you health ups from that point on, but I feel like that would have been a different story regardless. So not really worth mentioning at this stage. There we go. Little low health, I suppose. There's Horf. Which would have been kind of neat if it was like a Brimstone Horf, but it is what it is, I suppose. I'll learn to live with it. I could look for an item room. I could also just run. I don't really hate either choice at this stage, if I'm being completely honest. That's nice. That's nothing. Wouldn't mind flight either. It would just actually make life a little bit easier for sure. What floor are we on? Depths 1. That is you. Could have also increased my Devil Deal chances like a little bit by doing such and such, but eh. I might yeah, given that extra damage I took there, I might actually look around for health for a little bit here. Well, that also works, I suppose. Am I really gonna look for health? I don't think I'm gonna look for health. I got 6 hearts, I'm fine. I got Brimstone. Who needs anything else? Did I get my item room? I don't think I actually did. Nope, we got a 20% planetarium chance. Well, it's fine. It's working out. That's the downside of having a good build this quickly. It leads to what you could call mistakes. At the end of the day, I still only need to do Satan, and, well, Boss Rush would obviously be really nice, but I do still feel like I can do both of those things with Brimstone, just because Brimstone makes life so much easier. We're probably going to get some hearts during the Boss Rush as well. This is not terrible. It does combine well with Brimstone if you can get it to drop in a favorable location at least. I'm hoping that's going to be the case here. Don't really have bombs to do this, but I'm still going to do it anyway. Yeah. That's one of the reasons. If we find a Tinted Rock now, I'm going to be a little bit disappointed because I can't do anything with it. But if I just don't go too far into rooms like that, then the odds of actually finding a Tinted Rock are a little smaller. That was also done perhaps in a way that is not optimal or not terrifying, but again, it ended up working out and therefore it doesn't matter. As long as you can just do those diagonal movements, then you can get away with a lot of things in this game. Just gonna check this out, and there is indeed another Soul Heart. Does Tear Detonator work with Brimstone? I don't think it does, right? There's no way for me to afford it. I'm just a little curious. I don't think it does, though. Alright, let's not mess this up. We can probably do this fight without taking too much damage. Preferably 0. We are dealing decent damage here. That will help, though. Ooh. Please don't destroy my hallowed ground. Ah, my feelings. Ah, jeez. Okay, I got hit a lot there. But ultimately, hopefully okay. Let's just get a little bit of a damage up. Purity, not terrible. None of these are really super exciting. But I guess I'll take Purity for whatever aura we get. We get the Tier 8 aura, which I guess is okay. And now we just gotta do Boss Rush, which I feel like it has been a while, but I guess I only play the game like once a week anyway, so it does make everything feel like it takes a little bit longer. I am ruining the illusion, I guess, by saying I only play this game once a week, by admitting that I pretty much only record during weekends, but still, it is what it is. I'm hoping you're still somewhat illusioned at the end of this run about many of my life choices, and that's ultimately the dream come true. The thing about Brimstone runs is that they are so easy comparatively to every other run in this game. And it's just, I understand why the item doesn't show up as much anymore, because it's so powerful that it does kind of, it makes it a little bit difficult to actually talk about something, because quite frankly, Brimstone can honestly do most things just by itself. It's so strong. Like, we don't have to worry about the Frail being there because we'll shoot him at some points. We can see where he is because of the glaucoma shot that we did against him once. So that's exciting. We got really high tier rate because of the gust times, so even that's not really that big of a deal. Occasionally use that Krampus' head when I remember that I have an active item. But again, it's so similar to my regular attack that it's easy to forget about. Obviously, it does seem to do a little bit more damage. I say obviously, I don't know if it's actually true, but it does seem, it seems to last a bit longer and it seems to deal a little bit more damage overall. But I'm not sure if that's just the case because it's hitting 2 bosses at the same time or not, or if it's something else going on. But it seems fairly powerful for sure. Either way, I'm having a good time here. Hope everyone else is too. Hope everyone else is having a great day as they're watching this and either being asleep or having lunch or something along those lines, most likely. I think those are the 2 options when watching one of these videos. I'm hoping that that is at least somewhat the case for everyone involved. 12 out of 15 waves completed. We're in wave 12 out of 15. I don't know how to count. Counting is too difficult for someone like me. Probably could have used Hallowed Ground a little bit better there, but it is what it is, I suppose. It's all fine. That is Bloats. Little annoying. Hoping that Bloat can deal with this boss, but otherwise, I'll do it, I suppose. There we go. Kinda hope to avoid that hit there, but it's fine, I suppose, as well. One more wave? It does appear so. God, look at this charge. Once I've taken enough damage, it's just instant. So good. And some soul... three soul hearts? Really? I know, accept it, but it's just very odd. I don't think I want the super bandage, even though it does give me 2 more soul hearts. And the door to the boss rush is still open because we have spent 16 minutes roughly to try and get here. So yeah. This run is progressing as hoped, I would say. Getting boss rush otherwise is also quite nice because if it was just boss rush that I had left to do on this character, I'd also be a little annoyed for sure, but getting multiple things at once is just nice. Because it doesn't really combine... I don't know what this character still has left to do, but I'm gonna say it probably doesn't combine very well with boss rush, since it's not either the chest or Satan at the end of this, I think, so... It ended up working out, I'd say. Even if we end up dying, it's still like decent progress as well, so I can't even really be disappointed by whatever happens. Because I'm very confident that my hubris can cause this run to die as well. I have taken some damage here and there that I did not love. So I'm hoping that's not going to bite me in the butt in the future. I also haven't really been paying attention to where I've been going in this particular floor either, so I might just get lost and run into spikes repeatedly. Also seems like a thing that I would certainly do. This might just be a long dead end though, wow, yeah. Does appear to be. Just a really long road to nowhere. How nice. And this enemy. Which again, with Brimstone not as scary because hitting it just goes more or less automatically, which is nice. Definitely simplifies things. My leech is still hanging out, having a good time as well. Even if I take damage sometimes, at least it's some stat ups for the remainder of that floor, which is also quite good. Which I guess also kind of makes Temperance Machines a little bit more tempting just because I can get rid of that red heart. Randomly drop a soul heart on the floor, that's also perfectly fine. I will take that every day. Except maybe as the Lost. Most days. But yeah, it is kind of nice to occasionally get a run like this, I suppose, where just you're guaranteed to win from basement. Because it does... this game can be kind of stressful at times, especially with certain characters, and Eve, I would argue, isn't really one of those. Although you do often go to 1 health pretty quickly, or at least I do, just to get those extra stat ups as well, so there is that to consider at the end of the day. That's nice. Hallowed Ground. I did briefly defend against that creep on the floor, but then immediately got hit by it, which is unfortunate. Not a lot of devil deals though, but I haven't really been actively trying to increase my devil deal chances either, so it's fair enough, I suppose. Scarred Womb. Don't love that, but fair enough. Joker card, I mean, we have a 100% chance of a devil deal on this floor, but it might be useful in the next one. Not really sure what I would love to get from a devil deal at this stage, but something like Abaddon or the Pact or something like that could be really nice. The Mark would be nice. Pretty much anything that just gives me health back upon taking it and more damage is something I'm kind of looking forward to acquiring here. And I'm hoping we can get that done with. There is a Tinted Rock there with 2 more soul hearts. You know, I'm also just really happy to not have to worry about Gulp anymore. I don't need to eat every single pill in existence to try to get that one unlock, and I can just sort of choose to eat pills or not, and that's just, there's something really nice about that for sure. Because it really does simplify life a bit. In certain runs you just don't want to eat pills, but getting gulp is just a really nice thing to get on occasion as well, and it's just like, oh, it's so nice that it's more of a choice now. There we go, double deal with some garbage, but also a soul heart, so not too bad I suppose, just making 100% sure it is indeed Satan that we have to do, and that is indeed the case. So if we manage to clear this floor right here, then we have done what I set out to do, and that's exciting. I think Eye of Belial doesn't really do anything for me at this point, but Dark Matter makes my Brimstone look really cool, so, I mean, there's choices to be made. It also adds the fear effect, of course, and a little bit of extra damage, but mostly it's just that it looks really nice, and definitely the most important part. And yeah, just a little bit of extra effectiveness on this build never hurts either. I can no longer accidentally pick up red hearts. If there is a health up somewhere, we can just take it because it only will give us 1 heart. Unless it's like lard or something like that. But most health ups we can just take without having to think about it. Shot speed up, that's really cool. Why am I eating pills now, whereas previously I didn't? I don't have good reasons. Also, there's a tinted rock over here. With a golden chest, with a bomb inside. Finally getting those coins. Soon we can actually afford something from a shop. A little bit late in the run, I suppose, but could be worse. There might be a secret room over there, actually. Would be nice if we could actually just bomb our way into the curse room. We'll actually just... For once, I will bother. I guess I could have saved the bomb if I tried. I did not try this time around. And I hope everyone can accept that from me. That was a weird dodge, but it ended up working out, so... Movement-wise, it was a little precarious, but it didn't get hit, so fair enough. Oh, 2 greeds and... Ugh. Yeah, don't love that. There's just too many things. Don't care for that. But 1 boss remains. If we manage to kill this boss, then we have successfully cleared this run, I would say. We are dealing decent damage and tier 8 to the boss here as well. Again, weird dodge. Standing in odd locations to try and dodge some of these attacks, but it's working out. Let's do a classic side Satan battle for once again. It has been a while since I didn't just stand right in front of him. So it's exciting in its own little way, I suppose. I was kind of hoping these feet would line up a little bit better with themselves, but we did it. We killed Satan. We did exactly what I set out to do in the run, and I'm very pleased about that. We can technically no longer fail from this point, because I have nothing left to do as this character, I do believe, other than Mother and Greedier mode, so let's just quickly run off to the Lamin and call it a day. This is just good. I mean, it costs a soul heart, but now I might have a shield on occasion, and I have flight as long as I don't have red hearts. So I might as well go for that, I suppose. Occasionally the flight might be useful if we fight any enemy that drops creep, so that's nice. Just the fact that you do get 2 black hearts from picking that item up is just really... It makes it a lot easier to pick up for sure. Since in most situations it's just better. Now we get that shield that I was talking about. It's just a really nice item, isn't it? Empty Vessel, I'm just really happy about this item existing. Makes life a lot less complicated. Luck down. That would have been terrible 1 run ago. Fortunately, it was this run where luck is not very relevant. I need to stop almost running into those devil deals though. I don't really have that much health to spend anymore. I mean, ultimately the only thing it would change is our win streak if we manage to win this run. Compared to if we end up dying here, but still, it would be kind of nice to just not die, you know? There's something nice about not being dead at the end of a run, even if we have already completed everything we set out to do. Just makes life a little bit less complicated, as Avril Lavigne would say, and that is ultimately the goal here. I should take some regular damage though. My speed and my... Well, my speed is fine, I suppose. It's maxed out, but my tier rate is still a little bit low, and I'm not loving that. And with hallowed ground being there as well, it does make some of these rooms a little bit less difficult as well, which is nice. What a nice run we're having today. I'm betting the weather outside is nice as well as we're playing through this. My curtains are closed, so I have no way of knowing, but it's probably good. I'll actually take that. We do need to clear one more room, and we have to stop using Krampus's head, which is of course fairly detrimental to the build, but I'm certain that we can find some way to live with it if we truly try. And I'm guessing the stat ups are going to help in that regard. That is a lot of Brimstone friends over here. I'm hoping at least one of them shoots Monstra, but if not, I guess that's fine. Oh god, or just stand right there in front of me and laugh at me. I'm happy I didn't take the devil deal because I would be dead. The run would have ended at that stage, and that would be unfortunate. But it has worked out. It does mean that I can no longer grab the shovel if I wanted to, which can occasionally be useful on this floor since you can get an extra chest out of it. And we haven't really seen that many item drops on this floor so far. And quite frankly, I wouldn't mind seeing a couple more, but we'll take what we can get ultimately. I'm actually like kind of struggling not to use Krampus's head because there is some instances here where it would actually be kind of nice, but I think the stat ups ultimately are going to be better than whatever damage Krampus's head may be able to output, unless we do it at like the very end of the lamb fight or something like that. But that's really the only instance where I could think of using this head effectively from this point on. Really? Okay, I would kind of appreciate if enemies would stop teleporting into me though. That is getting a little bit old for sure. Again, even though I don't need to win this run, it would just be a very silly place to die. It would be my hubris, once again, that would have caused this run to die at the end. It would just be kind of a shame. We're not getting any health, though. Oh god, that ended up barely working out, and I think mostly because we feared the enemy there. Let's check for a super secret room. Oh. I actually don't hate the idea of it being somewhere over here since we must be getting close to the boss at this stage. It's the one that doesn't spawn a soul heart when he dies. Don't love that. At least it didn't really do anything because again they got feared and then they just sort of hang out, which is nice. Yeah, sure. Not technically nothing. It is a little bit of protection in its own strange way, which I guess is fine. Nope, still no boss. For some reason I thought that was the boss door, but it clearly isn't. Maybe one day? There we go. Now I can say finally. There we go. Let's just try a couple of these. Really, only 3 at most, but it worked out. If any of these is bad trip and not a balls of steel, then I die, so can't do that unfortunately. I mean, I won't die, but I'll just be so close to death that it would be a fairly miserable experience. Also, okay. Oh my god. Well, you know what? It doesn't matter. We did what we set out to do. I was so certain I wasn't gonna die that run, and then I just completely choked on the lamb there. But you know what? That's the way it is sometimes. We set out to kill Satan and we killed Satan, and that's gonna be the end of it. And I did what I set out to do. It did not take very long. It took roughly 28 minutes, and that's the kind of run you want to see to get exactly the progress that you want to get. If I still needed to do the lamb, I probably would have looked for health a little bit more at least than I currently did, but since it was just Satan, I just ran for it and hoped for the best, and occasionally you take what you can get. It did add another death to our sheet. 20 deaths already. We're like 80 deaths away from unlocking scissors. I don't fully remember what it actually even unlocks. It's either scissors or the shears, I suppose. It's one of those two. Might be the shears actually, since we don't actually have that yet. Either way, hope y'all enjoyed it. Next time we play, we'll do another one with a different character, and I hope to see y'all there. Bye bye.